The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Swank, King Draft, both in the building.
Yes, sir.
My guys, how y'all feeling?
Thank you for having us,
Welcome
man.
to the show. We kind of like doing a little, because I'm going away this weekend. We talking a little bit where we from. So you from Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Where you
Plainfield,
from?
New Jersey.
Littleton, North Carolina.
Littleton, North. So how do y'all first, because obviously y'all are independent artists away from each other, but y'all got a lot of collab EPs, obviously the partnerships with Ninth. Like, what's kind of like, how did y'all first meet, Jersey to North Carolina?
It was school first. Shout out North Carolina Central University, you know what I'm saying? My alma mater. Graduate. It's homecoming season, you know what I mean? But, yeah, we were students there. You came in when?
2010.
Yeah, so he was there 2 years before me. I came in 2012. And I think my first time meeting Draft, it was either at a cypher on campus or we met in the Walker playing basketball.
A cypher or basketball?
I remember the first time. He might not remember me. I remember when I seen him. We was having a cypher. And back then, I mean, not to say it like that, but I was the best rapper on campus.
Would you co-sign this?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
So-
I would co-sign it
But this is what I'm getting to, though.
because I wasn't there yet.
Oh, okay. Got you.
So I'm like, in my opinion, the clear-cut best rapper on campus.
Right.
And like it's like a little cipher, and he was playing beats, and he got up and rapped. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, I'll never forget that shit. It was at the Kappa House. But then, like after that, like
At the Kappa House is mad fun. You Kappa?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You have the right on. I had to ask.
Oh no! Oh no! No, I'm not in any organization. But they just used to throw events and shit. I don't know if I could curse, but
Yeah, you can curse.
Oh, okay, yeah. But so he was there. He was like playing beats and he rapped. I'm like, damn, he tough. Like you could tell like when it's a clear separation. So, but fast forward, Ninth come back, start teaching. I get a relationship with Ninth. He get a relationship with Ninth and rap, and we ended up in a group.
Wait, so Ninth was teaching there?
Yeah. Ninth
Still
went to
does?
school there.
Oh, he went to school there too. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Little brother started at North Carolina Central University. Ninth was a student. Fontaine Pooh was students, but like the group formed there, and then they went on to do their thing like out of school. But yeah, Ninth came back, started teaching. I want to say 2014.
Yep.
And he made it a thing. Like he was like, "Don't bring me no music." Like he would say it all the time because students would just always bring.
Try to like be like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
trying to rap. I'm trying to do this.
He was
I'm trying
like,
to do that.
"Don't bring me no music. If it's dope, I'll hear it." So at the time, it was a lot of things going on campus. Like I don't know if it's the same now, but it was just amazing that we had students outside of their rooms at 11 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursday nights listening to at least 20 people rap.
That is fire.
So like we'd be in the gazebo, and it got so big to the point where like the local radio station got involved, Knife got involved, and they were like, all right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have like a cypher, which ended up being a battle. And they told us like the day of, but they picked 8 people. Me and Draft were a part of the 8. And I think that was like, did he post like y'all tape before that? Or was it after
No.
that?
So I was actually in ninth class my last semester when I was in college. Like me and one of my friends, Jerm Scorsese, he was my producer before I started working with Ninth. And we just was like, I'm not going to tell him that I do music. I'm going to just try to make the dopest shit around. So people would just tell him for us. And it ended up working out. So he has time for announcements at the beginning of his class. We announced that we was working on the album. He was like, that's how you do it. Like, you don't bring me your music because I can't be your only fan. So fast forward a couple years later, he wanted to sign me. They heard about Swank. They wanted to sign him. And then DJ Premier heard us together, texted Ninth, like, who is that? And then from then on.
If you're dope, I'll hear you.
For sure.
If you're dope, I'll hear
Pretty
you.
much. If you build it, they will come. He said that, and I live by that for real.
So are y'all signed as a partnership? Like, what's the situation?
No, we're his artists.
Oh, you're strictly his. Okay, got it.
We're his artists.
Do you mean like, are we in a group or?
No. I know y'all are separate artists. I'm just saying, like,
No,
are y'all signed?
we are in a group.
But you are in a group,
Yeah,
but you're also separate artists. Yeah. Because I saw the collab tapes, the solo tapes. Like, I seen it all. But but you guys are his artists. Like, you're signed to him.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
Jammer Records.
Got you. So, like, how, when working, like, what are the main things that he tries to focus on with you guys, like, to build you up as, like, artists? Like, what are some of, like, the core things that he kind of tries to instill in y'all?
Man, one of the main things he always tells us that, like, it's about the music first. So, like, all of the other things that come if the music is dope. And the only way you get better at making music is to keep creating and be in the studio. Like life happens, things happen, but he always pushes us. It's like this is your safe place, your safe place, your area of solace where you can get away from the world, where you can like cut off and shut things off. So
Yeah.
if you need to like you going through something, like come here, like talk to us, or come here, make a song about it, get it off. But he always pushes us to like just keep creating. The more you do it, the better you get at it, and
Word.
everything else will come after that.
It's like a sport. Like we get me and Knife get into debates about basketball all the time. But like I that's how I got the name Draft. Like I used to play basketball.
Okay.
So it's like getting in the gym, shooting jump shots. Like you gotta, if you want to be the greatest, you got to do what the greats do. Like,
Right, and you got to want it more than everybody else.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to test you. The game is definitely going to test you.
How's it tested y'all these years? Like, what's like the biggest hurdle that like y'all been testing by the game?
I have 2 children, so it's like my days. I don't have free time. Like I'm with my children all day, and then I'm in the studio all night, and then I get up at 6 and get my son ready for school, and like so it's difficult. I haven't been sleeping regularly in years, like so it gets real difficult. Like you running off with 0 sleep, and they like you come into the studio, and I'm like, you start thinking like, am I really built for this? Because I like ain't no nap time, like you don't get that. Like I don't get that. So yeah, right. You just gotta keep yourself pushing. I've been doing it for almost 10 years now. Just it gets difficult, but I don't. Rap is like basketball to me. Like the same high I used to get when I used to score is like how I feel when I write a dope verse. Like it's the same thing. So that keeps me going. But it definitely gets difficult 100%.
Right. What about you?
I think also like coming from North Carolina, me coming from a small town in particular, like you don't see like people from where we're from on platforms. Like so like rap is an exception, Cole is an exception, Knife is an exception, The Baby is an exception, Ruben Vincent is an exception. We have like
Shout out,
shout out to my brother Ruben Vincent, Jammer
Word up.
Records.
Shout out Ruben.
Yeah,
It's
shout
just
out.
like the industry doesn't live in North Carolina, so it's like people are often like they don't believe things until they see it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, yeah, they're nice, they good, whatever. So every other like validating thing for them is like a notch under their belt because things don't exist there. Like this is foreign to them.
Right.
We don't get to see it often. Like places like LA, New York, Chicago, like you see it all the time. Like the industry is there, and it's not in North Carolina. We're like a basketball state.
Yeah.
Like the basketball players are the celebrities for us. Like Duke, Carolina, NC State. That's like the thing at home. But I would say that's a challenge. But like Draft said, just continuing to do it every day throughout, like
Right.
Bad days,
yeah,
good days,
having the
terrible
drive to
days.
just keep going and push forward. And we're grateful to have like great people, like having Knife, having Rap, having Guru, Cash, like
Word.
our entire team to like continue to motivate us and push us.
Right. Nah, I definitely. Well, we're gonna come to North Carolina eventually. We're gonna fix that. We
got
actually
to.
are not like for like that's the
got
real
to.
thing that we're doing.
Okay,
We're
Yeah,
like,
word.
got to.
I don't know when, but it's definitely we've been talking about coming to North Carolina for a while.
That'd be
Coming to
fire.
Charlotte to do something out there. But
be
I
tough.
feel you like it's hard like because like these platforms like we're only located in certain places. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to you know really grasp like those type of scenes when we're not actually there or when they're not in the or there are artists that aren't or don't have the luxury of being able to even travel to New York to come this way too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So what are we cooking up right now? What space we in? I know we just had a project drop recently too.
Yeah. We both just put out EPs with Knife, fully
Yep.
produced by Knife, but they're connected.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are they connected?
So the last song of my EP, Random as Fuck 2, which is out now, it's called Left Eye. So when you get to the end of the song, like we have an automated voice there that says to complete this song, please go over to King Draft's new EP, West End Rose, brought to you by the good folks. So his EP starts where mine ends.
Right. That's fire. I like that. Because, you know, I think conceptually speaking with music now, people don't think about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People don't think to do shit like that, which is why I feel like even like song structure, which I'm sure Ninth works with you
Oh, for
guys
sure,
on.
definitely.
Like song structure is even like, I say this a lot in interviews, like that's like a lost art in this. You know what I'm saying?
You only got 2 minutes now.
You only got 2 minutes.
Song structure is like, I mean, or albums, period. Like, I mean, these EPs have been the shortest projects I think that we've ever put out. They're like 15, 14 minutes. Like,
Literally. Yeah.
So, I mean, I think music has just changed, and I feel like the way that I don't know, Ninth, just comes up with ideas. Like one night we just walk in the studio. I walked in after him, and he's like, "Yeah, we just gonna do a project with both of y'all." And he played the beats, sent us beats. He was like, "Yeah, do that."
All of that,
Do
like
do what y'all do.
all of that,
right.
literally like right there within like a span of like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, y'all airdrop on. I'm gonna send you 4 beats.
Word.
I'm gonna send you 4 beats. Y'all gonna do 2 songs together. One gonna transition into the other. Like you
Yeah.
came up with all of that literally in like just 10 minutes, like out of nowhere.
That's so fun. I like what I was gonna get at too, like with the song structure shit. Is like I even like when I'm working with artists now too. Like there's a couple artists who I'm working with. I'm like, why do y'all want it to just be like chorus, verse, song over? I'm like, you should find a way to like make that different and try to shake it up. Like I have these 2 girls on a song, and it was that same structure before. I'm like, why don't you play off each other's words?
Man.
And like I'm like, I know, like, and I could, and even just doing something like that in a lot of different records, like it makes the record a lot better. It makes it feel like more like wow, like it doesn't feel like so cookie cutter cut together. Like you could tell when songs are made when they're not together and when artists are together in the studio too.
So we were just talking. Well, we were just talking about that, but that's something that we kind of took on naturally.
Yeah.
Like when we were going back and forth on on songs.
You know, was it like the Damian Lillard, like the pole shit? You know, when I was young, I was going to pull the pole. Crazy.
But yeah, like we don't pick like, okay, you get 8 bars, I get 8 bars.
Yeah.
Like it's like, all right, I'll stop in the middle of a sentence, like, all right, you go. Like
yeah.
Just to
go from
switch
here.
it,
Yeah.
Like just to switch it up, just to keep it fresh. Like that's what a lot of people say about our music. Like it's fresh. It doesn't get real like repetitive with one person's voice, and then it's like he get a verse. Like it's, and we're in a group, so we would instantly be compared to Outkast, and I felt like to set us apart if we just was like, all right, we're just gonna stop in the middle. And I think the Locks got into that too.
Yep.
But I just feel like as 2 people going back and forth and just cutting it like that, like right now it's not happening. So I feel like it.
I think that helped out too with we have a series that Ninth like pushed us to do. We were just trying to figure out like what other things we could do as far as content. And me and Drive was like, all right, we'll do freestyles, and Ninth was like, call them like "See You at Work." Like that's the name of the series. So we'll just like pick beats, and we're literally like trading off throughout the whole joint. So it's like he said, we don't pick like you get 4 or you get 4. Like and it's fun too because I'll pick on purpose a weird place to stop just to see like how he picks up on it, like how he comes back in. But it's crazy. I think that a lot of that is missing in like music today, like the Jada Styles, like that type shit. I think a lot of that is missing, and I think people like it. Like all of the response that we've gotten from doing that has been nothing but good. So I think that's something that we're going to continue to do, and I think it's what sets us apart from a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Right. Being able to be creative with the bars too, and have like and be creative with the bars, but also be creative with the content that includes the bars, which I feel like people don't. Those are 2 very different things. Like a lot of artists are creative with bars, but they're not creative with the content that they're creating for the social media age to amplify music as well too.
Definitely.
You know, especially in like the more like serious rap space. You know, obviously, you know, the TikTok type artists or like the pop artists, like they kind of got that down pat because that's just what they do. But like in like the more rap space, like rap, like there's not that many artists who are good at doing both. I would say. Yeah, it's cool like that y'all are in that space where y'all understand content, but y'all also understand the music too.
Yeah, man. People listen with their eyes now. It gotta look good. It gotta look good.
We just try to make it a marriage, but I mean, without the first part, without us being actually able to rap, we wasn't going to get in a Bright Lady.
Of course, yeah, obviously, of course. So besides these 2 projects, those 2 are out now. So what else we have cooking up? Like what else are we working on? What else is moving?
Man, we got like 2 projects in the cut that we're like finishing up, wrapping up, and then they're amazing
I mean,
projects.
this would be the perfect place to announce.
The next one. Amazing. I mean, we could.
We got a title. It's called Vice City.
Vice City, nice.
Yeah.
We basically breaking down like the different things that black men kind of, or just men in general, run into in life. Like 7 deadly sins, the vices that people run into. So we got a couple interesting features on there that we'll save for another
day. Yeah, that's cool.
It's an amazing, man. And we started working on this project right
During
after
the pandemic.
Right after we got signed, I think Rap was on tour with Big Crit, and they announced it at the Raleigh show.
Wow.
I want to say she announced her tour, and I think right before the Raleigh show, they made the announcement that they were shutting down. So like the day before,
March 13th,
the day
2020.
before she was about to,
March 13th,
she was about to bring us out on her tour the next day, and they shut it down the day before. So we started working on this album and finished it.
Was Ruben on that tour too? Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
He
Ruben was on
did
that
the
tour,
Charlotte
right?
tour.
Yeah,
He did the Charlotte show.
Charlotte, Houston.
Yeah,
and
Charlotte,
Atlanta, I
Houston.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next show after the Charlotte show was the Raleigh show. She was
Yeah.
like, "I'm bringing y'all out. Y'all come perform, do a set," and they shut it down the day before. So when the world, when we was all in quarantine, we started working on this album and pretty much just recorded it in my apartment and finished it. But Ninth was like, "This is too good. It is such a leap from like y'all last project. It would do it a disservice to just throw it out and we not know what the world is doing."
Right.
So we put out another EP, another project called Long Story Short, and then went on the tour, came back.
With Mussolini, shout out
Yeah,
Moose.
shout out to
Shout out
homie.
Moose. Yep. Shout out Moose.
Shout out to homie. And Ninth pretty much hit us the other day. He was like, "Man, the two projects that y'all have, Vice City, we need to go ahead and put that out now." You know what I'm saying? Like the things that y'all have, the skeleton is amazing, but y'all have grown so much since 2020, 3 years ago, that y'all have more music that y'all can add to it and make it sound so much better than what it already was.
Of course, yeah.
So we're wrapping that up in the last stages, like, finalizing track lists, getting ready to get it mixed and get it out to the people. The EPs, was just like a warm up to let people know we back active.
Word. Vice City.
You know what I mean?
On the way. On the way. So this is the full body work.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Like 10 plus songs type shit.
Yeah,
Dope
definitely.
features, which we'll save for another day.
For sure.
I can't wait, man. That's fire.
Thank
That's
you.
fire. So that's coming soon, hopefully by end of this year? Next
Yeah,
year,
before
sometime?
end of this year, for sure.
Fire, man. Well, look, by the time people see this, the freestyle's out now, so go check that out. Vice City on the way. Coming soon. And if you're watching this after Vice City's out, go back, stream the album, go run up that freestyle again, go show us some love.
Word up.
Before we get up out of here and we let the people watch the freestyle, anything else you want to let them know, where they can follow you at, all that good stuff. Now it's time to do it. These are your cameras right here, these two.
Follow me on Instagram at Swank252. That's SWANK 252. Shout out to all my peoples. Shout out to my mama. I love you.
Word up. Same. Follow me on Instagram or everywhere. King Draft Music. Plainfield, New Jersey. Shout out my sons, Grayson and Glory.
Yeah.
How you doing? No, but yeah. Plainfield, New Jersey, Jamla Records. We next, man.
There you
Dig.
go.
Swank and King Draft.
Swank. Make sure you go follow them. Go run up everything they have out now. Go run up the new album once it's out. Go run up the freestyle. Go show them some love. Show them support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all renew that. Until next time on the radar. We out. Bow. My guy.